Welcome to this edition of Collier Recap. I'm Troy Miller, and this is a recap of the February 25th Board of County Commissioners meeting. The board began the day by celebrating 3 proclamations. First, commissioners recognized the milestone graduation of the Justin's Place Women's Recovery Program. In February 2013, St. Matthew's House, which already runs a successful men's addiction recovery program, began its Justin's Place Women's Recovery Program, which is geared toward helping homeless and addicted women get a second chance at life. St. Matthew's House President Van Ellison accepted the proclamation and thanked the board.
We're so excited to see a group of women graduating this Thursday with more than a year clean and sober, and to take people who have been broken by addictions, who have been devastated, to see their families reunited is really the mission and the passion that is being fulfilled with this graduation, and we thank you. It's such a blessing to be part of the East Naples community and to see so many lives being transformed, and long-term recovery is really the hope for these women and their kids that are being reunited with them as well, so thank you.
Next, the board proclaimed February 2014 as Literacy Month in Collier County and recognized the Bring a Book, Bring a Friend program of the K is for Kids Foundation, which provides books to children in need. The proclamation was accepted by K is for Kids Executive Director Karen Clausen.
I'm a volunteer mom. I know executive director sounds really impressive, but really I'm just a volunteer mom in Collier County Public Schools and some South Lee County as well. And teenagers are so eager. Think back to the days when you were young. You were chomping at the bit to do something, to contribute, and you had all that energy that you needed directed and channeled. It's all about communicating and getting along with the world. We really are about the power of words, from learning to read the word, to speak the words, to getting along with each other. We take teens, they do project management from concept all the way to the finish. So they are helping their community and other students with the Ladder for Leadership. Thank you so much for your time.
The final proclamation of the day recognized the efforts of the Natural Resources Department for their part in the recent beach renourishment project. Growth Management Division Administrator Nick Castellanguida talked about the project.
We had many meetings to make sure that safety was going to be addressed, and I will tell you that I was astounded by the level of cooperation we received from everybody named in the proclamation, from the county attorney's office to purchasing, finance, the sheriff's office. But I'd like to point out a couple things if I could. From the beginning with Stewart Mining, who took the risk to pull sand out of the mine ahead of the contract being initiated, knowing that we would need the sand to be available to meet our schedule, to Mr. Eastman Aggregate, who set an amazing tone that the other company had to follow, basically. To especially Gary. I want to recognize Gary because tirelessly he received many phone calls from everybody from the outside, and he responded 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with his team. He probably was sick of seeing my phone number up here. We checked everything from driving up to Lee County to make sure the roads were safe, and our biggest concern was safety. We deposited 345,000 tons of sand, and we traveled 1.5 million miles without incident. So that's amazing. To be ahead of schedule, 2 months, and for everybody to work like this. It's projects like this that make our team especially proud and be part of the county manager's operation. So I want to make sure that you knew that, and a special thanks to Gary McAlpin for the time he put in that. So thank you, Commissioner.
The board approved 2 items concerning the process of approving changes to the Winding Cypress planned unit development. The property is located at the northeast quadrant of the intersection of Tamiami Trail East and Collier Boulevard. Some of the major changes include an increase of residential dwelling units from 2,300 to 2,854 on 492 acres of land. An increase in the acreage of lakes will be from 235 acres to 272 acres. The elimination of a golf course, golf club, golf course maintenance, and practice range. The build-out date also changed to December 31st, 2020, an expiration date to December 21st, 2025. Corporate Financial and Management Services Director Mark Isaacson presented the commissioners with the proposed budget policy for fiscal year 2015. This is the first of many steps in developing the fiscal year 2015 budget. Several policies were adopted, including a millage neutral position for developing the budget. Budget workshops were also tentatively scheduled for June 26th and 27th. We will keep you posted as the fiscal year 2015 budget is developed. The board heard a presentation by the clerk of the Circuit Court's office regarding 3 audits at the Immokalee Airport regarding the campground/RV park, the drag strip and go-kart, and a USDA grant and powder coating system. Following the clerk's office report, commissioners approved the staff's recommendation that the Board of County Commissioners, in its capacity as the Collier County Airport Authority, accept staff's airport lease report and direct the county attorney and the county manager to work with the tenants to achieve compliance as outlined in the report's compliance schedule. Staff also intends to work cooperatively with the tenants to educate them and assist them in attaining compliance. Non-compliant leases that fail to actively pursue compliance will be acted upon with the assistance of the county attorney and brought to the board for final disposition as necessary. Commissioners approved the recommendation to authorize the county attorney to advertise an ordinance for a future public hearing pertaining to natural gas franchise requirements. Florida counties have the authority to establish franchise agreement requirements and charge franchise fees to the various utilities that operate within the unincorporated area. Franchise agreements ensure that counties will not compete against the utility service providers and that fees collected from the utilities serve as a payment for the use of the county's numerous rights-of-ways and easements. We will keep you posted when the proposed ordinance comes back to the board for approval. The All-Terrain Vehicle Park Ad Hoc Committee was back before the board requesting a 12-month extension to their sunset period. The committee was formed with the board's approval on June 12, 2012. The committee has assisted staff in exploring and identifying potential ATV park sites with the goal of providing citizens recommendations to the board. After an exhaustive search, no land suitable for an ATV park has been located within Collier County. The board granted the extension and advised the committee to look into potential available properties that may be located outside of Collier County. In 2011, Collier County and the South Florida Water Management District entered into a settlement agreement where the district paid county $3 million to dispose of litigation arising out of a 2003 agreement between the parties, in which the district was to convey 640 acres to Collier County for recreational ATV use. The commissioners were presented with a recommendation to sunset the Public Safety Authority and advertise an ordinance creating the Emergency Services Advisory Council. The board also received a letter from the PSA asking for a workshop to discuss the possibility of not being sunset and instead making changes that will more effectively serve the Board of County Commissioners. The board agreed to hold this workshop at a future date, and we will keep you posted as the situation continues to develop. That's all for this edition of Collier Recap, your recap of Collier County Board of County Commissioners meetings. Now, if you want to review all or part of any county commission meeting, visit colliergov.net and click on the video archive section. Once in the archive section, select the meeting you want to review. For BCC meetings, you can use the convenient drop-down menu to select and jump to any item you are interested in. For additional information on Collier County government, visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/CollierGov. You can also check out videos about county government services at the Collier Gov YouTube channel. I'm Troy Miller. Thanks for watching this episode of Collier Recap. We'll see you next time.